Are you struggling to get results from your email campaigns? You have a huge list, but you are not getting the replies that you want. The question is probably, did you segment your audience or not? So in this video, we're going to talk about how you can segment your email list and then send more personalized messages to those segmented lists. So let's jump in. Hi everyone, I am Alkan and I'm the founder and CEO of Mailsoftly. Mailsoftly, so if you're a marketing professional, if you're a small business owner, if you're a marketing agency or consultant, so we have in this channel, I give you tips and tactics on how to grow your audience, engage your customers, and push your revenue. We also talk about how you do it on our AI-powered email marketing and automation software, Mailsoftly. But you don't necessarily, need to use our software. You're fine with our tips and tactics. So first of all, I know that many of you have some kind of a list. In our previous video, we talked about how to grow your audience, how to grow your email list. If you haven't watched that video, I put the link in the comments and you can just check it out. But if you just watched it, or if you already have your contact list, let's say that you have like 5,000 or 10,000 contacts, or maybe 20,000 contacts, doesn't matter actually. So all you want, I know that you want to send a message, a kind of an email campaign, an email blast, and then all of a sudden you will get a lot of responses or replies. So many of us think like that, but these were just we're in the old days, right? So today we all bombarded with a lot of messages from everywhere, emails, messaging, from social media, from the TV, from our phones, whatsoever. Even when we just drive on the highway, we have a lot of like ads and everywhere. And also if we are just kind of watching something again, we are again bombarded with a lot of messages. So all we need to do is but whenever some message, resonates with us, all of a sudden we just start listening. The same thing true with your customers. So even though you may have their email addresses, their phone numbers, you can just text them or you can just send an email campaign. This doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna just sit or they're just gonna get they're gonna just respond. This doesn't mean that, and we all know. So segmentation here is very important. Segmentation means that you segment your audience in such a way that you send more personalized, more crafted messages to them. Without segmentation, you have a big chunk of people that may not share the same kind of interests, may not share the same demographics or same behavior with your product and services. So how we segment them? So let's jump in. For segmentation, actually, what you need is some information about your contacts, right? So you may need to know what their ages are. You may need to know what their genders are, or where do they live, right? So you need a lot of information. So you need to have some kind of a tool. You can use Mailsoftly, you can use any other tool, but at the end of the day, you need to have more information about your contacts. And when you have those information, then you can just use some filters that say that you have the information, you know where they live, or where their offices are. So what you can do, you can segment your audience. Let's say that some of them are in California, let's say, okay. So these are California customers. Some of them may be in the East Coast. So they are in, like in New York or Washington, D.C. So you can segment those. So the first segmentation can be by demographics. So where do they live, their location, what their ages are, if you know that, or their genders, right? So, or if you have that information, you may also have like some income information, doesn't matter. Whatever information you have, by demographics, you can just segment them by demographics. So of course, first of all, maybe your list may not have those information. So what you do, you need to plug the information sources to fit those data points. You may have forms, you may have CRM integrations maybe, or if you are running a kind of an e-commerce website, they already may have that information. All you need to do is just plug that information to your system via APIs or like webhooks or whatever integration you may have, which in Mailsoftly we have native integrations and like APIs. You need to just put that information to your contact point, and then that will give you the ability to filter out according to these data points, and then you will be able to just craft necessary or related messages, emails, according to those segments. So first of all, by demographics. The second segmentation that you may use is via purchase behavior. Whether you are selling a service or product, doesn't matter again. If you're an e-commerce website owner, that's good, because you all have this information from whether you're running on Shopify or any WooCommerce or any other commerce platform. You can just feed data to your system, to your contacts information, and then all of a sudden okay, so for instance, segment the audience according to, let's say, last 30 days purchased users. Bring me those. You can say that through our system, through Mailsoftly, or as I said, any tool that you may be using. But all you need to have is that information. So you need to make sure that information is there on your contacts, and then you will be able to filter out, and then you will segment those, and then you will be able to craft related campaigns, email marketing campaigns, or SMS campaigns whatsoever. So by purchase behavior. And if you are selling like a service, for instance, you may just put that information maybe via your CRM, right? You may say that, okay, on your CRM, you may say that, okay, so this is a closed sale. And then again, that information can be fed into Mailsoftly or your customer engagement tool. Then you can again, segment your audience according to this purchase behavior. Or you can just manually update the contact information, if you will. So by purchase behavior is important. So you can segment for some of your customers that kind of frequently purchaser, you can say. And you can also segment some of them that didn't purchase anything from you for the last 5 months or 6 months. So you may also have that kind of people, right? So you may also want to segment them, and then maybe you may just want to reach out to them in a different way, some kind of maybe discount or some kind of an incentive that may bring those people to your website or to your kind of lead form whatsoever, so that you can just make some sales out of this. The third one is you can segment your audience by interests and preferences. So this is important because you have a contact list and you have a kind of a history of how those contacts became your contacts, right? If they just purchased something from you in the previous years. So you just want to keep record of every information that you have related to those contacts. Or it may be, okay, so if this contact is just coming from subscribe to my newsletter form that you embed into your website, for instance. So you just want to know where they come from, how did they become your contact in the first place, so that again you can send related emails or SMS campaigns according to where they come from. Or did they come from a kind of a lead magnet, then you can send related lead magnet topics, right, to those people. So the main thing here is actually it needs to resonate with your audience. It needs to resonate with the contact that you're sending your message to. It should just resonate. Okay, so this person who tried to sell me something, or just try to engage with me, understand me better. So you need to give that impression. For this, you need to have a lot of data points, a lot of information about the history of your contacts, about the kind of behavior of your contacts, right? So this is so important. So you can segment by interest and preferences. So another thing, the fourth segmentation that you can do is by engagement levels. As I said, some of your customers will be very high in engagement levels with your product and services. They may be frequent buyers. They may be frequently reacting your social media posts, or just they may be opening your emails, clicking the links, etc. So you may want to have that kind of segmentation of highly engaged users. You can, and vice versa, you can also have a segmentation level which will state that unengaged users, the users who haven't opened your emails for the last maybe 6 months, for instance. So if you have those kind of contacts, you need to separate them, you need to segment them, and then you may want to try to do different campaigns for those who are not engaged. What you can do is actually you can just directly ask them, right? So are you still interested to receive our emails, for instance? Something very clear, very concise, and then you can send re-engagement campaigns to those people. And if they haven't responding, if they are not responding, maybe you can just forget them for the time being. So it's not a good thing to send emails if they are not opening your emails and clicking. If they are not engaging, it's also bad for your email reputation. And so by engagement levels, you can have segments. And the fifth one is by sign-up source. Again, this is again related to interest and preferences segmentation. But again, sign-up source again is so crucial that you may want to have maybe different kind of segmentation apart from the kind of preferences and interests. Because by the interests and preferences, you may have they may be coming from different lead magnets. So you may just say that, okay, so this user is more kind of interested in, let's say, dietitian kind of tips and tricks, whereas the other lead magnet maybe is about exercise whatsoever. So this is more kind of related to, more interested in kind of getting this practices, the exercise tips and tactics. Whereas in the sign-up source, again, this is very important. Where did they come from? Where these contacts come from? Can be just cemented in those segment, so where your kind of audiences are coming from. So those are the 5 effective campaigns, segmentation tactics, I would say, that you can use. So I'll just make a pause here. So if you just think that this is very valuable, and if you think that this is really useful for us, please click the like button and hit the bell icon and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We really appreciate that, so that we can just produce more this type of videos. And I'll continue on how to do it in Mailsoftly. So in Mailsoftly, we have 2 different type of contact lists, I would say. One of them is static, that the other one is dynamic contact list. Static contact lists are actually, let's say that you have a huge list, one complete list. You may think that it's a kind of a static list, right? So you can send your email newsletters, like a kind of maybe email broadcasts once a month to those people. You may manually add or remove people from those lists, or you can again just use automations to just remove or add people to those lists. But again, it's static. A dynamic list, on the other hand, is some kind of a list that just meets some condition. So you have your filters, and then you will have your kind of, according to those filters, this segment may change, right? So for instance, you may have segments something like that, last 30-day purchasers. So this is a kind of a filter. And then after that, once you have that list, this may change. So new contacts may be just and may enter those lists, and the kind of if their last purchase just last 30 days, then they can just be removed from those lists. So this is a dynamic. So this is more kind of a segment. So that's what we call. So this is one thing. And the other thing that you may have is with contacts, you have a lot of data points for contacts. You can have custom data points that from any CRM product, for instance, you can just save the data from your other sources, other systems to your contacts. And then you can filter according to those fields. It can be custom events, it can be custom attributes. Then you can filter those information, and then you can put the automation in place so that campaigns and all email campaigns and SMS campaigns can be sent according to those rules. So this is in very brief information how you can use Mailsoftly to just kind of segment your audience and also segment your communication, I would say. So, but we're gonna just make a kind of a broader video about that. So these were the 5 effective tactics on how to do segmentation, how to segment your email lists. And in the last part, I also mentioned how you can do it in Mailsoftly. So this is the end of today's video. And again, if you like this video, please like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And please don't forget to hit the bell icon again. And thank you, and see you on our next video.